She thought she could walk away. She thought distance would make her feel free. She thought you'd sit there waiting, hurting, checking your phone like a lost man. But what she didn't expect was silence. Not your anger, not your begging, not your broken heart. Just silence. A silence that shakes her more than any words ever could. Because every woman expects a reaction. But only a few men know the truth. When you stop reacting, you stop being the man she once left. And you become the man she can't stay away from. So if you really want her to come back, not out of pity, not out of guilt, but out of deep desire, then listen close. I'm going to show you exactly how to act so her heart comes back before her footsteps do. Let's start. 1. Stay calm even when she returns. When a woman comes back, most men don't even realize the trap sitting right in front of them. Her return feels like relief, like fresh air after holding your breath for too long. So the moment she sends that first message, hey, or hi stranger, or something silly like, I saw something that reminded me of you, Menel, their heart jumps, their mind forgets the pain, and they react like she just fixed everything with one simple word. But that reaction ruins everything, because she didn't come back to test your excitement. She came back to test your center, your calm, your emotional control. She wants to see if the man she left is still the same, or if he changed in ways she didn't expect. This is why your calmness matters more than anything else at the start. You don't act surprised. You don't act thankful. You don't act like her message healed your soul. You act like a man who has a life. A man who didn't stop breathing just because she walked away. A man who stayed grounded even when everything inside him felt heavy. Calmness doesn't mean coldness. It means you don't jump around emotionally. You don't reply with paragraphs. You don't show excitement that exposes how much you missed her. You reply like a man who respects himself. Picture a luxury store. When you walk in, the staff doesn't scream your name or run toward you. They greet you politely with a quiet confidence because they know their worth. They know people come and go, but their value stays the same. That's how you must be. Calm, soft-spoken, unmoved by sudden attention. This calmness creates a shift inside her that she won't admit. It makes her think, did he really move on? Is he different? Did he heal without me? Women don't come back to validate you. They come back to see if they still have a place, if they still hold power, if they still matter the same. When you stay calm, you take away her illusion of control. You show her you're stable, you're steady, you didn't fall apart, you didn't freeze your life waiting for her. And this scares her more than distance ever did. Calmness pulls her toward you because calm men are rare. Women run back to men who remained grounded. They avoid men who lose themselves. So when she returns, breathe slow, reply soft, hold your center. You're not proving anything. You're not trying to win her back. You're just showing her the man she thought she broke is still standing strong. And trust me, nothing attracts a woman faster than a man who stayed whole without her. 2. Respond slowly, not emotionally. When she comes back, she doesn't send big messages at first. She doesn't pour her heart out. She doesn't confess anything real. She sends simple things, safe things, light messages meant to test the water before she steps in. A short, hey, or how have you been, or even something random like, guess what I found today? And men without thinking rush to reply like they were sitting by the phone the whole time. Fast replies, long messages, emotional energy. They think being kind or expressive will win her over. But the truth is, it does the opposite because when she left, she assumed you would still react the same way if she ever returned. She assumed she still owned emotional space in your mind. She assumed you were just waiting for a chance to talk again. So when you react instantly, you confirm everything she believed. Responding slowly doesn't mean ignoring her. It means you control your reaction. You don't let excitement push your fingers before your mind has settled. You respond from a centered place, not an emotional one. When you take your time, she feels it. The space you create makes her wonder what changed inside you. She starts thinking, why didn't he reply fast? Who is he busy with? Why does he sound so calm? That shift pulls her back. Women expect anger. They expect resentment. They expect emotional replies full of hidden pain, or they expect right-away messages filled with joy because she finally noticed you again. But responding slowly tells her you're not that man anymore. You're not in the same emotional place she left you in. You have control over your attention and your feelings. This calm, slow response creates questions in her mind. And questions build attraction, not games, not tricks, just emotional balance. You take your time because you respect yourself, because you're not chasing, because you're not scared of losing her again. When she feels that emotional shift, she becomes more curious, more invested, more open. She starts giving more effort without even realizing it. She starts thinking before texting you. She starts thinking during the silence between messages. And that silence becomes the thing that brings her closer, not the words themselves. So don't react from emotion. Respond with clarity. Respond with calm. Respond like a man who's learned himself in her absence. Because the slowest reply from a grounded man has more power than the quickest message from a man still trying to hold on. 3. Don't give her full attention right away. When she first comes back, she expects your attention to be waiting for her like an open window. She thinks your energy will spill out as soon as she knocks, and most men do exactly that. They give everything the moment she returns. Full attention, deep interest, long calls, emotional conversations. But this tells her one thing: she never really lost you. Women don't value what feels guaranteed. They value what feels earned. When you hand your full energy back without any pause, you erase all the emotional distance she felt while you were apart. She doesn't get to experience the shift. She doesn't feel the weight of coming back. She doesn't see any difference in you, and that kills attraction faster than anything. Giving your attention in small doses isn't punishment. It's balance. You're not cold. You're not ignoring her. You're just not pouring your whole heart out at once. Think of your attention like a flame. If you throw all the wood in at the same time, it burns fast and dies quickly. But if you add pieces slowly, the fire grows steady and strong. That's how you treat your energy. She should feel the difference. She should sense that your attention now has value, not bitterness. Value. So your replies stay simple. Your tone stays calm. Your interest is measured. You give what feels natural, not what feels desperate. You talk, but you don't open every door at once. You share moments, not everything inside your chest. This slows her down. It makes her tune in. It makes her put in effort. And effort from her side is what rebuilds attraction. She starts trying harder because she doesn't feel the same emotional access she once had. She becomes more thoughtful with her messages, more consistent, more patient, more curious, because now your attention is no longer something she can predict. And here's the truth. Women value what they had to earn. When she feels she has to work again for your presence, she invests more deeply. She starts choosing you not because of comfort or habit, but because she feels drawn toward you. That's how real desire comes back. So don't give your whole attention when she hasn't earned it yet. Give it slowly, naturally, with calm energy. Let her feel the new version of you, the version that doesn't throw himself into someone just because they return. Because when your attention has weight, she treats it with care. 4. Build your life like she isn't coming back. Women watch silently. Even when they pretend not to care, they're paying attention. She might not talk to you, she might not like your posts, she might not show interest in anything you do, but she's watching from a distance, checking in quietly, observing changes, comparing the version she left with the version you're becoming. So if she sees you standing still, she loses interest before even returning. If she sees you frozen in place, posting sad things, waiting for signs, she won't feel drawn to you because that tells her your entire emotional world rested on her. But when she sees growth, real growth, something changes inside her. It hits deeper than any words you could send. You're stronger, sharper, calmer. You're taking care of your body, your mind, your goals. You're not waiting for her. You're building a life she didn't think you could build without her. This creates a shift in her psychology. Suddenly, she's unsure. She wonders if she still has a place in your future. She wonders if you outgrew the version she left. She starts feeling replaced, not by another woman, but by your purpose. And that stirs something in her, a mix of curiosity and fear. Not fear of losing you as a person, but fear of losing the emotional space she had in your life. When a man grows after a breakup, it's not revenge. It's maturity. You're not changing to impress her. You're changing because the breakup forced you to see parts of yourself you ignored. You're eating better, working out, sleeping right, focusing on your work, improving your habits. And all this tells her one thing: you're not the same man she left. Women return faster to men who grow in silence. The calm strength you carry becomes a magnet, not because you're trying to win her over, but because you stop depending on her for your identity. Growth creates mystery. It creates distance. It creates attraction. So build your life like she's never coming back, not from ego, but from self-respect. And if she does return, she won't be running to the man she left. She'll be running toward the man she's afraid to lose again. 5. Don't ask why she left. This is where many men lose their power without even knowing. She comes back, and the first thing they want is explanations, closure, reasons. They want to understand what happened, why she walked away, who she talked to, what changed her mind. But these questions do more damage than good, because behind every question is a hidden message. You leaving hurt me more than I want to admit. And she feels that women pick up emotional signals faster than words. When you ask why she left, you put her back on the throne. You make her the judge. You make her decision the center of everything. She doesn't need to explain anything, and you don't need to hear the reasons. She left, she returned. That's enough information. You're not trying to analyze history. You're trying to build the present. Asking why puts her in control again. Silence removes that power. Your silence tells her something strong. Your leaving didn't break me, and that shakes her. It forces her to look at her own choices. It makes her question herself more than you ever could. She starts thinking, does he not care? Is he not curious? Did he move on? Did he stop valuing me? These thoughts make her invest more. She begins filling in the gaps herself, and her own guilt becomes the explanation she never gave you. When you don't ask questions, you create emotional stability. You show her you're not the man who needs answers to feel whole. You show her you're not dependent on her reasoning to move forward. This is rare. Most men go after closure, but closure is often just an emotional craving disguised as logic. You don't need to know why she left. You need to know whether her return aligns with the man you've become. You need to know if she respects you. You need to know if she values the space again. Those things matter more than the reason she ran away. So next time she comes back, don't ask why. Let her explain if she wants to. Let her share if she feels safe, but never ask. Let silence do the work. Because silence is louder than interrogation, and a woman feels the difference instantly. 6. Make her earn her way back. When she returns, the biggest mistake you can make is giving her everything she lost. Full access, full trust, full attention, full closeness. But returning isn't enough. Anyone can come back. What matters is whether she values coming back. And value is built through effort, not through the door being wide open. You're not punishing her. You're simply restoring balance. When someone breaks trust once, they rebuild it with actions, not words. So when she texts, you reply calmly, but you don't jump. When she calls, you answer sometimes, but not always. When she wants to meet, you choose a time that fits your life, not her schedule. This isn't cold, it's healthy boundaries. Boundaries show that you're not a man who gets swept back into old patterns the moment she appears. You're rebuilding from a clean slate with standards, with calmness, with emotional maturity. And this makes her respect you more. Effort from her side changes her connection to you. She becomes more careful with her words, more thoughtful with her actions, more present in conversations because now she's investing, not consuming. And when a woman invests, she protects what she has. Making her earn her way back is not about control, it's about pacing. You don't let things jump from zero to everything. You let them grow slowly, the same way trust grows. You let her feel that she's building something real, not stepping back into something broken. Let her show up. Let her keep her promises. Let her try. Let her reach. Let her prove she's serious. Let her make small moves that show real intention. This effort is what creates a long-term bond. Not fear, not pressure, just steady effort. When a woman works for a man's emotional space, she values it much more than she ever did before. And she becomes more protective, more loyal, more stable because she knows she earned her spot. Not just walked back in because you were waiting. So let her earn it step by step, effort by effort, not for revenge, but for respect. 7. Hold your power always. At the end of everything, the core truth remains. She will come back to strength, never weakness. The version of you she left might have been confused, emotional, unbalanced, unsure, but the version she returns to must be centered, calm, clear, grounded. A man who knows himself now. A man who doesn't crumble when someone walks away. A man who stands in his own power without making noise about it. Power doesn't mean arrogance. It doesn't mean acting like you don't care. It doesn't mean pretending she doesn't matter. It means holding your center even in moments that touch your heart. It means staying true to your direction. It means not losing yourself again. Holding your power shows up in small things. The way you speak, the calmness of your tone, the slowness of your reactions, the steadiness of your choices, the quiet confidence you carry in your chest. She feels all of it. Women don't need explanations to sense emotional strength. They feel it the same way you feel heat from a flame. You don't see it, but you know it's there. And when she senses your strength, she knows she's not dealing with the same man she left. She knows coming back is not something she can play with. She knows leaving again means losing something rare. A man in his power is not easy to replace. And that fear of losing you becomes the very thing that keeps her steady. Your power comes from the life you built without her, the respect you show yourself, the calm control you have over your emotions, the ability to stay steady even when someone you love hurts you. That's what makes you different. That's what makes you attractive. That's what makes her return with a softer heart. Hold your power, not for her, not to manipulate anything, not to prove anything. Hold it because it's who you are now. Because you learned the hard way that losing yourself is the fastest way to lose someone else. When you stay in your strength, she comes back. But when you stay in your strength, you also realize if she walks away again, you will still be okay. And nothing is more powerful than that. If this message hit you, don't stop here. I've got more videos waiting for you. Each one building your strength, your mind, your emotional control. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share this with a brother who needs it. And remember, stay calm, stay grounded, stay powerful. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the all.